very special good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to all of you, our valued first-year students. We are very happy that you're joining us this afternoon for Uwi Clicks as part of our first-year experience program. I bring you greetings on behalf of the team at the Division of Student Services and Development. And as always, we must let you know that we are happy and honored that you have made the UWI St. Augustine campus your choice. And of course, through the FYE program, we are committed to ensuring that you transition seamlessly to your first year of study. So we had our first Uwi Clicks session last week for persons that may have joined in. And for persons that are new, we say welcome to Uwi Clicks. This afternoon is particularly important as our campus welcomes all of you to this online session that explores matters relating to your student portal. It is my absolute pleasure to invite and introduce you at this time to Marlon, our facilitator from the UWI St. Augustine's campus's Information and Technology Services Unit, who will guide you through this afternoon's session. Over to you, Marlon.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Uwi Clicks. We would also like to welcome you specifically from Campus IT Services to our campus. This afternoon, we will go through the process of registration. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the student portal, and then we will have a small question and answer session, which will finish by 5 o'clock this afternoon. I ask that you pay rapt attention and hold your questions for when the presentation is over. At this time, I'll share my screen with the presentation to you. So, like I said, this presentation is done for you via Campus IT Services, and I am Marlon, the Service Desk Supervisor at Campus IT. We're going to talk about today about the student portal access, your student email, MyELearning, my secure area, and registration, and then I'll give you some useful links. Now, to get onto the student portal, you open a new browser and you will type in my.uwi.edu. Once you've typed in that in your URL bar, you will come to this page where you will choose the campus. Of course, you're at St. Augustine campus, so you will choose St. Augustine, Trinidad and Tobago. Once you've chosen St. Augustine, Trinidad and Tobago, you will click on Sign In. Here, you will put in your student ID number, which should start with an 8, and then you put in your date of birth if it's the first time you're signing in, and your date of birth should be entered in the format 4 digits for year, 2 for month, and 2 for day. Now, once you have changed this password, and which we advise you to do, you will start using the new password that you changed it to. Now, this password here is the one that is used for MyELearning, my secure area, and your student email. So again, the date of birth, once entering it for the first time, will be entered in the format 4 digits for year, 2 for month, and 2 for day, in that order without any spaces, dashes, or slashes. Good, and then you click on login. Now, once you've logged in, for the first time, you will be given this page where you will be asked 5 questions. Each answer must be at least 5 characters long. Once you've responded to each of these questions, you will save, and then you go to step 2. Now, these questions will allow you to be able to reset your password in the future should you forget your password that you changed it to, okay? Once you've generated a new password, you go to step 3, and then you say, take me to my.uwi.edu. At my.uwi.edu, you will be confronted with this page, where on the top left, you will find the quick launch navigation bar. The bottom, you will find what's on STA. The top right, you will see news and events. And on the bottom right, you will see where you can find UWI St. Augustine on social media. Now, once you've been accepted at the UWI, you will be given a student email. Usually, the student email is your first name, full stop, your last name at my.uwi.edu. Now, some students make the mistake of using first name dot last name at my.uwi. They instead put sta.uwi.edu. But students are to use the handle my.uwi.edu. Okay? Now, the student email should be used for all communication with the University of the West Indies. It's your official UWI email account, and all communication with the UWI should be done via this account unless for some reason you would like to access, you cannot access your student email. Now, you can choose the student email by clicking on the highlighted applet there on your left, okay? This is what your email looks like on the inside. We use Office 365. Now, on the Launchpad, you can find MyELearning. Now, MyELearning is a very important application in school because it is used to access your course material. You have an announcement from your lecturers. You will be able to access and submit your assignment. Most lecturers use quizzes here, and there are other online activities like polls and discussions. This is what the inside of MyELearning looks like. You will have here all of the courses for which you are registered. If at any time you know that you've registered for certain courses and you can't find it here, then you should contact the service desk, okay? Indicating that you're unable to see the course. Please ensure to mention which course it is. Good. Now, once you are able to see the course, you're able to click on it and you will find all of the information that the lecturers would have put there for you in that course, in that particular course. Good? Now we will go to My Secure Area. And it is that applet there that is highlighted on your left top. Now, in My Secure Area, you register for your courses, you can see your grades, you'll be able to view your unofficial transcript and also personal information. Now, I advise that you always update this information so that we can always get in contact with you once the need arises. Good? Now, on the Quick Launch navigation pad, you will also see where you can quickly have a look at your class timetable and your exam timetable for each semester. Now, once you're about to register and you're in My Secure Area, you can go to Student Services and Financial Aid. Once you click on that, you must select Registration. And once registration is selected, you now select Registration Map and Guide, where you will be able to choose your courses. You select Registration Map and Guide, and then you are taken to this page where they will give you new information as to your accounts receivable holds and information as to when your payments are due. Now, to register for semester 1, you choose Enter Semester 1 Courses. Once you enter semester 1 courses, you'll be able to search for courses. Now, there are some courses which are year-long courses. Those you are only examined at the end of semester 2, and as such, you must register for them for semester 2. Good? Now, to select your courses, what you must do is do a class search. A list of courses will come up, of different fields will come up. Here you can see information technology highlighted. There is also industrial engineering and innovation and effectiveness. There is also international finance. What you do is look for your field, and then you select it and you do a course search. once you select a course search, all of the courses which are offered for that semester will come up. When you find the course that you are looking for, you view the section. Now, it is important that you select the correct section on this page, right? Because there are different sections here like EO1, EO2, SO1, and SO2. Good. So you select the course. You select the correct section. Now, I'm going to tell you what these sections mean. Now, SO1 is used by students at St. Augustine who are full-time students. EO1 is used for evening students. I do not know if we have evening students here, but once registering as an evening student, you must choose EO1. EO2 is used by evening students on the South Campus, and SO2 is used by postgraduate students who are doing an undergraduate course. Good. Now, once you have selected the correct section, the course you have selected will come up, and you put a check mark in the box there, which is highlighted, and then you click on register, and it would be added to your sheet where you've added the course. Now, once you have selected all of your courses, you'll be able to go to the fee sheet. And this is what your fee sheet looks like. You always ensure that the information on top, the bio data, is correct at all times, and that all of the information there is correct. If at any time you find that you have incorrect information on your fee sheet, kindly bring it to the attention of admissions. If you're an undergraduate student, you bring it to undergraduate admissions attention. Postgraduate students, you bring it to graduate studies attention. Now, to select your course, to find your fee sheet, all you need to do is go to number 2 and say print fee sheet. Good. Now, we can do our payments online now. And once you choose enroll in fee pay or online payments, you will get this page where you can see the online payments that you can make and the type of credit cards that are accepted at this time, right? And you can pay online. Here is showing where we enter the amount that you're about to pay, and then you say make payment. Good. Now, what is fee pay? Fee pay is a fully automated financial clearance and payment plan system. It is mandatory that you enroll into this payment plan, and it is part of the registration process. Once enrolled, students will receive instantaneous financial clearance, right? Now, there are links here that I will put for you in the chat where you can go and have a view about the facts and question and answers concerning fee pay. And there is also a video tutorial on YouTube. I will put both of these in the chat when we are ready. Good. Now, if at any time you have an issue with finance or any fee that you're unsure of, you can email our staff at the bursary. Right now, you can also email the service desk, and we will assign your request to the bursary. Now, you must email your respective faculty. So if you're in engineering, you see that there is an email address for postgraduate and undergraduate. There are also emails for evening students, the Faculty of Science and Agriculture. I'm going to give you a little time to write down for the engineering people and the evening university. I'm going to give you a few seconds, to write down your respective email address. Now we'll go to Faculty of Science and Technology, Pre-Science, Faculty of Humanities and Education and the Faculty of Law. Again, I'll give you a few seconds to write down your respective bursary official email address. Now, for the Faculty of Medical Sciences and Social Sciences, inclusive of Arthur Jack. Good. Now I'm going to give you some useful links. We have the one for registration, where there is a registration procedure. We have a quick reference guide, and there is a video that will help you with registration. However, after the end of this presentation, I will go through the registration process. Good. Now, at times you may need technical assistance for accessing the student portal, which is at my.uwi.edu. And this is where the service desk comes in, which is offered to you by Campus IT Services. Our email address is servicedesk@sta.uwi.edu. Now, under normal circumstances, we have a designated extension for the service desk. Right now, because we are still working from home, no one is there to answer your calls, but of course you can still contact the service desk at its email address, servicedesk@sta.uwi.edu. Now, what can we help you with? We are responsible for resetting your passwords, anything to do with your email addresses, My Secure Area, the library catalog, library databases, MyELearning, and Uwi Links. If at any time you find yourself unable to access these services, kindly contact the service desk. Good. Now, remember I told you, if you want to go to the student portal, you need to log in, you need to open a new browser, type my.uwi.edu, press enter, and then this page will come up, right? You go here on the select your campus to log in, and you choose St. Augustine, and then you enter your student ID number. Then you enter your password. Your first password would be your date of birth in the format 4 digits for year, 2 for month, and 2 for day. Then you click on login. Ooh. I may have typed in my good. So now once you got that error that I received just now, it means that you typed in your credentials incorrectly. Now this is what inside of the portal looks like. As you can see on the top, you have home, my email, my e-learning, my secure area, etc. On the left top, you have the different applets. Yes? Now we want to go to my secure area in order to go to register. So I click on that one. I choose Student Services and Financial Aid. I click on registration, then the registration map and guide, and then to register for semester 1 courses, I select 2021-10, enter semester 1 courses. Now I will not be able to do anything further than here to register for courses. It causes a whole lot of issues with the bursary. Good. So after you've chosen and select semester 1 courses, you will then reach to this page. Let me show you. You will be taken to this page where you will choose your field and do a course search. Once you have completed doing that and searching for the course, a list of all of the courses that are offered in your particular field will come up, and you choose your courses. Always remember, St. Augustine part-time, full-time students will use the SO1 Evening students will use EO1. Evening students at the South Campus will use EO2. And SO2 is used by the postgraduate students who are doing undergraduate courses. Good. So at this time, we can have our question and answer. We are asking that you keep your questions to what is said on the presentation. Okay, so one last thing before we go to the question and answer, always remember that should you find yourself in trouble, you can always contact Campus IT Services at the service desk at sta.uwi.edu. You write us an email, ensure that you give us your name, full name, inclusive of your middle name if you were given one at birth, your student ID. If you're asking for a reset of your password, we would ask that you give us your date of birth because we do not want to give other people the opportunity to access your information. So it's a way of verifying. Good. So at this time, we will do the question and answer session.
Thank you, Marlene, for such an hands-on and informative presentation. Students, at this time, we would like to open the question and answer segment. We invite you to use the raise hand feature or place your questions in the chat for us, and we will get to them right away. I know you have a lot of questions as we approach the first week of teaching, but we are asking you to limit your questions to Marlene's presentation on the student portal and registration, as we are pressed for time. So if we could keep the questions specific to Marlene's presentation. Thank you so much. So we'll take the first question. We're inviting you to raise your hands or put your questions in the chat. And Marlene, I'm seeing a question here. Is there a financial clearance email for the Faculty of Sport?
Sport, I think it's under the Faculty of Social Sciences. So you would use the social sciences email address. I see there's a question of how does fee pay and gate work? Now that's a question that the financial department, the bursary, must answer. And I have given to the very top of the chat, there is a FAQ PDF file that you can look at, and they will be able to give you more information on the fee pay. Good.
Marlene, I'm seeing another question here that says, I cannot register because it states that it's on hold, but I have already submitted my medical form and so on. How long should I wait to register?
The thing is, you cannot register. The system will not allow you to register unless you have a medical clearance. The unit, the health unit is under strain right now because, of course, we are dealing with the COVID vaccinations on campus. And we're also dealing with new students who are coming in, which are quite a few. So you can give them a little time. I say 2 days. If you don't hear anything from them, send an email to them. If you don't have an email, then you can send one to service desk at sta.uwi.edu, and we will forward you an email for them. Okay?
Marlene, I'm seeing another question here. Is there any way we can access the first part of Uwi Clicks for persons who missed the first part? I can take that. Our sessions are recorded and will be uploaded to our FYE YouTube channel. If you are following us on the FYE, or if you're part of the FYE Facebook support group, you will get a notification when that has been uploaded, as well as you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell for notifications, so you will be notified when that is uploaded.
What is the course reference number? Now, the course reference number is that ID number that each course has attached to it in our system. Usually some departments would advise the students to register using the course reference number. It doesn't have to be used. What you can do is look for your field and click on course search, and all of the courses, they will give you what courses to register in your field. Just ensure to look for this specific course that you require to register for, and you'll be fine. The course reference number will come up once you click on those courses.
Marlon, I'm seeing another question here. If I am 100% gate covered and I enroll in fee pay, is there any other fees besides the compulsory fees I would be required to pay? I would like to refer this person to the financial handbook, the financial booklet. I think it outlines the fees that you are required to pay. If you're gate covered, it's likely those will be your compulsory fees, and any other fees that are outside of your tuition fees. But I would like to refer you to the financial handbook.
Pre-science students must register as well. You should be directed by that department that deals with N1 students, and they will advise you. For those looking to find out about the kind of card, MasterCard, but was greeted with an error message, kindly send an email to Service Desk, and we will assign it to the bursary who will treat with your request, your query. Kindly ensure to give proper details when sending requests to the Service Desk, because it just takes up time to respond to you and ask you more questions. Be as detailed as possible, but yet succinct in your request.
Malin, I'm seeing some questions here that are unrelated. Questions specific to the medical form. I am going to advise you to send an email to doctor@sta.uwi.edu or nurse@sta.uwi.edu. So those are the questions that are specific to the medical forms that students are required to fill out. You can send an email if you're requesting an update or if you're experiencing an issue with completing the medical form.
I see another question there. Good day, would we be able to create our own timetable, or is there a set timetable? If you are referring to your own timetable as to do your own studies, then you create your own timetable. However, there are set time classes that you have, and that's where you find them in MyELearning. Remember, I said your information from lecturers can be found in MyELearning. So you go to the specific class and you will be able to know when your classes are scheduled for online. Also, I understand that some lecturers use your email to tell you when your classes are scheduled. Please go though into MyELearning where they have announcements there. Rivan, you asked if you're not using GATE, would the registration fees together with the tuition be added to fee pay in total? There should be a total, yes. However, if you need clarification on what fees are to be paid, kindly contact the bursary. You received a major restriction when registering for a course. I had to request an override. How would I be able to check to see if I was permitted to do the course? What happens is that the department, at the department level, they will go and approve or not approve. What you need to do is check back to see when, at intervals, to see if the restriction was removed. Okay? Chelsea, you asked, who can I contact if I would like to cancel my GATE application and pay my own fees? Again, you contact the bursary. You contact the bursary via the service desk, and we will assign the request to them and they will correspond with you.
And Marlon, there's another question about the deadline for registration of courses.
Registration ends on the 17th of September. After then, I think you will have a late registration fee if they would allow late registration, because September 17th is already a few weeks into teaching.
Marlon, I'm going to invite you to share any final words that you have to share with the students this afternoon.
Sure, Aduke. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for attending this session. I hope it was valuable. I hope you were able to clear up any misunderstandings you may have. I want to advise you that should you be in any way unaware or unsure of any information, you can write into the service desk and we will try our best to link you with the best person to deal with your request. Okay? I want to wish you the best and the greatest success in your academic venture, and I pray that you stay safe. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much, Marlon. And I just want to thank you all for joining us today, students. On behalf of Marlon and the FYE team, I'd like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We do hope this session was informative. We do hope we've been able to answer some of the pending questions that you have. And we do want to just wish you a good afternoon, a good evening, and as we close this evening's Uwi Clicks session. Thank you again for attending. Thank you again for joining us.